tomato. To all my new subscribers, welcome to Lynn's Kitchen, and for all those who have been here before, welcome back. Need your help to get 40,000 subscribers, so tell your friends, family, and share my videos. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. Okay, I have 2.5 cups of flour here for making our homemade ravioli to make some pasta dough. Got a teaspoon of salt. Gonna mix that up here. And I'm gonna put in here about a tablespoon of olive oil, 4 eggs, there's nothing like homemade pasta. You'll never go back to the other. And I'm also going to show you not only ravioli, I'm going to show you a couple other things you can make with the dough, which is fun, because cooking should be fun, right? All right, this is my dough mixer hook. That's what I call it. I don't know why I call it a hook. It's a dough mixer, which at the very beginning stages, and it's not necessary, you can do this with your hands too. It helps to avoid a terrible amount of mess. You're still going to have some in your hands. Got flour flying all over here. I'm going to get this to a manageable level, and I can start kneading with my hands. We're almost there. Fresh pasta, nothing tastes like it. I mean, I've done store-bought noodles, but nothing beats homemade. Soft, tender dough is just wonderful. All right, now I'm going to start kneading this by hand. Okay, we are now into a dough ball, just about, but you can see the dough is dry. I'm not going to add water. I'm just going to add a little bit more egg, because you never want to add water to pasta dough. All right, let's get to going here. Just about there, and I'm going to be kneading it for about a total of 10 minutes and have a nice, wonderful, solid bowl. As you can see, the dough looks much, much better. It's not so dry now. This is what we want. I'm going to continue kneading until I hit to about the 10-minute mark, and this dough very slowly springs back. Then we know we are ready to let it set for half an hour. And after we let it set for half an hour, we're then going to get out the pasta machine and roll it out to a very thin, almost transparent. That's the secret. Okay, here it is. Total work of art. You can see it's very beautiful. And we have our spring back action. So we're good. Now that we've activated the gluten in the flour, what we're going to do next is let the gluten rest. We're going to cover this up and let it rest for 30 minutes. In the meantime, let's make some marinara sauce. chop up our garlic here. Turn on our pan. Put a little olive oil heating up here. We are going to cook our garlic just until fragrant. Then we're going to add it is San Marzano style Italian tomatoes crushed. San Marzano makes the best sauce ever. Now I'm gonna put that in, and after that I'm going to put in some tomato paste. I like the two because I'm only gonna put like a tablespoon or so in, and tablespoonish, maybe a little over. And I'm not gonna have to go through a whole can of it. Whoever came up with that squeezy tomato paste was a genius. That's all I can say. It's really made a difference. Okay. That is good. I'm happy. Happy with that. I'm gonna go get my little table scraper. This is like the best tool in the world for scraping things up. Put that in. Let that come to a sizzle. And then, like I said, we're going to go ahead and put in the tomatoes and the tomato paste. And then we're gonna let it simmer while we start to make our noodles. Okay, now quite fragrant. You can smell it. Don't want to cook it too long and burn it. Burnt tasting garlic is really bad. All right, I put in my crushed tomatoes. All right. Stir it around. I'm going to put in about a tablespoon and a half or so of my tomato paste. Like I said, this is like the greatest thing since sliced white bread. Wow. Starting to cook in this. I'm going to grab some garlic powder. Bit of this. Oops. Maybe a little bit more than I wanted. Stir this up. Of course, with the salt. Fresh ground pepper makes the difference. To taste. Same with garlic powder to taste. However much you like. Stir it up. Now we're going to set this aside and let it simmer on very, very low while we get to making our pasta dough. This is exciting for all those who've never made it before. Super simple, easy way to roll it out is by a manual hand crank. I'll show you. Of course, we need some crushed red pepper flakes in there to taste. Just like the other spices. All right, now we're going to cover this and let it simmer on slow. Okay, it has been a half an hour, and now we are ready to cut the dough into 4 pieces. I basically have 19 ounces of dough, and dividing that by 4 is basically 4.75 ounces is what we're going to want. I love this scale. It's got all these units. It's got grains, has ounces, it has pound ounces, fluid ounces, grams, milliliters. I'm gonna leave it back at ounces. 4.75. Okay, anyways. Get a good scale. That's always fun to have. All right. Okay, so let's kind of eye this out here. About 4.75. Let's see how close we get. Woohoo! 4.70. Whoa! Try to do that one again. Holy cow. You can tell I've done a lot of dough measuring That one's a little heavy though. That one's 5. That one's 5. Well, we're going to steal a little bit from this one. This one. Add it to our dough. Just like that. 4.70. Okay, very good. So now we should be there. 4.75 exactly. Whoa. 4.9. That's a little bit. That's okay. Close enough. All right, let's start to roll the dough. Now for the exciting part. How to roll it to dough. This is a very simple machine. It's an Atlas 150. Basically, it's C-clamped down to the table, and you just unscrew it, screw it on however you want. And so now, this is the handle, and it goes into the machine like this. Now it's going to roll your dough out. What we're going to do is we're going to start. I've got my other doughs also wrapped up because you don't want them to dry out. So we're going to start at the lowest, which is down to 0. Just get you started here. Try to make it squarish as possible. Then we take it through the 0. The Atlas 150 starts at 0. 2 times that. And then we're going to fold it in each side. We're going to square it up like that. Now we're going to take it another 2 times through 0. Just like I'm in Italy. It's exactly how we did it in Italy. All right. And then we're going to go up to number 1. I'm going to take it through twice. As you can see, it's getting longer and thinner. Now I'm going to take this up 2 times each up to number 7. You're going to see it's going to be super, super thin, almost transparent. Okay, now we're going to number 6. We're almost there. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of semolina flour on here because of the stickiness of the dough. And because it's getting so long, I am going to grab my cutter to make it more manageable. Cut this in half so it's not so long. All right, now we're at number 6, so we're going to go through twice. Feed it in there. Oh yes, feels like Italy here. Marinara sauce. 2. Okay, a little bit of some oil here on the table. That. And we're going to go through twice with the other one. Salmonella. Oh, this marinara sauce is smelling so good. All right. One. We're going to take it through, as you can see, almost transparent. That's what we want. Steer it away from folds. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you get a fold by any stretch of the imagination. 2. Okay, now we're going to put it on 7 and go through twice. Oop. There we go. And And together here, we are going to mix. This is about a half a cup of ricotta cheese. It's real high quality, so I don't have to drain it with, it's about a tablespoon of Parmesan Reggiano. Mix that up, pardon my reach, salt, pepper, fresh cracked. Makes all the difference. Mix this up. Now we are ready to make the ravioli. Okay, what we're gonna do is about on the very bottom here, put a very small dollop of ricotta cheese. This one over a little further. All the way down the line. A lot of people have different ways of making the ravioli. I like doing the fold over method. Let's see here. Okay. Good? Well. Excuse me. And we're going to put a little bit of water on the edges. This will help to glue. Excuse me, the dough together. Just like this. Goodness. We fold it over, just like this. Fold it over, this. Pressing the edges, such. Just like that. Well, dough folded a little bit, but that's okay. We'll just, now we press in between, just like that. It's down, press it. Like that. A little bit of water, your fingers helps. Okay. Go back through, making sure we have all our air out of there, because we're going to be boiling these in water. Take our little die cutter, like that. We have a ravioli. And we have another ravioli, and another ravioli, and another one, and another one. Until we're all the way down the line and done. Now we're going to boil these for about 3 minutes, and then we have a ravioli. Now we are ready to place the ravioli into the water. set the timer for 3 minutes, and once that's all done, our ravioli is ready. And I got my marinara sauce over here, which needs to be stirred. Oh, it's thickening up very nicely. It's reducing on low there. Oh, this smells like an Italian shop. Let me tell you. It smells so good. Okay, they have cooked now for 3 minutes. There they are. Beautiful. Now I'm going to cover them. Whoops, missed one. No blowouts, which means I totally secured the dough properly. I'm going to put a little bit of sauce on there. And voila! Fresh ravioli.